Hello everybody, this is our weekly team training, so our basic team training where we all get together on a Sunday night to learn about some of the basic skills, to listen to a few people's stories, and tonight we have got the gorgeous to be district manager in qualification as of tomorrow, Clare Smith. Clare is going to train to us tonight on, actually I'm not quite sure, Clare, what are you talking about tonight?
I've forgotten how to keep going and what to do when you have gone through a dip.
Even when your sponsor doesn't know what you're doing. Yeah,
when your sponsor doesn't know what you're doing. Doesn't matter as long as you know.
Exactly. So we all love it when Clare trains. Clare's a fabulous trainer because she's just herself. We love it when people are just herself. She's absolutely beautiful. One of the nicest, most funniest people that we've got in our team, and I totally adore everything about her. So please welcome Clare Rousel Smith.
Call it a mom's adoration, a special bond of creation.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. I've been quite busy the past few weeks, so it's not going to be like a PowerPoint like I've done before because I haven't been that organised. I've done 2 fairs this weekend and got Christmas shopping, so I've got notes and I'm just going to talk to you instead. So I hope everyone's cool with that. So yeah, my training's going to
I'm not happy.
Oh, Danny, I've got video for afterwards for at the end. A little video about something. Yeah, so I would usually be a bit more organised, but it's good that I've been busy. It's good. Okay, so my this is a little bit of training about how to sort of pick yourself up when you've gone through a dip or anything like that really in Arbonne, because I know Danny has told me before that she has never stopped working her business, but there's been many people that have, and who have kind of maybe worked their business but not really in the way they know they should do. So this is kind of a bit more for you, because I have definitely done that. So I'll do you a bit of, if some people that might not know much about me, I'll do you a little tiny bit of background. So I was working, I've done many jobs. I've got 2 children, they're 6 and 8 now, and a husband who works in the police doing lots of shift work. And when I did go to work, I went to work until April this year. I was at work sort of 3-4 days a week, and I wouldn't get home till 7 in the evening. Because my husband did shift work, my children would usually get looked after by my in-laws. Now, my mother-in-law got diagnosed with lung cancer a few years ago, and she's had an operation to remove part of her lung. She's also had some chemotherapy as well, and although it's not growing, it will come back and we'll have to deal with that then. So we don't know. She's been told it is terminal, but she's been really well for a couple of years now and it hasn't grown yet. But we took the decision, because they were looking after them 3-4 days a week after school and dropping them off and things, we took the decision that it would give us a better quality of life and them a better quality of life if I didn't work anymore. I was really missing not being at home, to be honest. I really wanted to be with my children, even if anyone that's got kids, they drive you absolutely crazy sometimes, but I love them. So I was really looking forward to not going to work, because it was an hour commute each way. So I was doing 2 hours in the car at least, and then I drove round as part of my job. So we took the decision for me to leave, which was really scary. And I met Danny online, just through chance, really. And she told me about the opportunity, and I literally jumped on her and couldn't get there, signed up quick enough. I think Danny must have thought.
Quite literally. But it was the best jumping I've ever had.
I did a phone call. I did some sort of online call or a phone call, and I think Ian was there, and Ian was like, "Who's this lady?" So anyway,
Ian adores you, Clare.
Oh, good.
Think you can put in the hat up.
Maybe. So yeah, I jumped on board and I signed up just before the end of February. So 27th of February, I signed up, bought a few little bits and pieces. And in March, I did pretty well. I literally had no idea what I was doing. And Danny went, "It's fine, I'm holding your hand." And I went, "Okay, I'll go with it, it's fine." I did a couple of parties at my house. I did a couple of online parties as well, and I just did really well. And in my first proper month, I don't really count the last few days in February, the first proper month, I'm being shouted at. Hang on. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. It's my husband. He's asking me something. So my first proper month in March, I hit Strong Start Part 1, which is 1,500 PQV. And I'm still not sure how I did it. I know, tell him I'm on an important call. I'm on a business call, darling. Don't you know? Conference and everything. Yeah. So I hit my Strong Start, 1,500 PQV in my first proper month. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. This business is going really great. I did my 2 parties at my house. And then after that, it just went, woo. And I went, oh, what's going on? I don't understand. So I kept doing some online parties as well. And I literally got nothing. I got nothing from them. So my first 2 parties I did, and I did pretty well. Maybe because one of my friends actually did log online at my online party, and she said she was drunk, so she bought loads of stuff. But it's fine because she ended up loving the stuff, and she's rebought, so it's not really a problem. Maybe get people. No, I won't recommend people drink when they do that. So yeah, I did pretty well. And then after that, I was like asking friends and family, can you have a party for me? I've started this business. I'm so excited. And trying to get parties booked up because I'd had 2 at my house already, and whoever was going to go had kind of come. Most of my family and friends lived sporadically around the country, really, rather than locally. And everyone was saying no. And I got in contact with loads of my family as well. And I just said, I've started this really good business, and just to help me out, can you just buy one thing? Just replace your mascara, replace something else. And I think a lot of people will understand when I say that most of the time, and sympathize with me when I say that actually I was just ignored, sadly, except by a couple of people. I was ignored, and I felt really deflated. At the same time, I've got a niece who's only 2 years younger than me, so we've got more like sisters. At the same time that I started my business, my niece started hers. Now hers isn't network marketing or anything. She started a mobile tanning spray business, and she bought all of the stuff for it, but she bought it all secondhand. And a couple of my sisters, I've got quite a big family, and a couple of my sisters said, yeah, we'll have a party for her, and she can come around and do spray tanning. And I said, yeah, can I come around and do my stuff? I know, sad emotional music, that's what I need. Little mini violin for Clare. Oh, damn. Yeah, so my niece started her business, and some of my family said, yeah, I'll have a party for you. And I was like, well, I'll come and I'll do my stuff. It'll sit brilliantly with tanning. If people like tanning, they're going to like taking care of themselves and, personal care products. Anyway, because she bought it secondhand, her mobile thing, something to do with her spray tan thing, broke, and she couldn't afford to replace it. And then she lost her job. And every time I asked for a party, my family would still say, well, no, because we're waiting on, your niece. We're waiting on her because we really need to help her out. And I was going, my business, this is what I've been, right, so this is, March or February, and it's still going on now, and she still hasn't restarted the business or bought what she'd, rebought the thing that broke. And I've still got people going, we're waiting for her. And I'm going, but my business is still running. Hers isn't, she hasn't done anything. And it goes on. I've literally had most things I think that could be experienced, I think I've had right now. So where was I? So yeah, my mum's been massively supportive. She's one of my best clients. Good on your mum. Yeah. Which has been really good. And one of my sisters has been quite a good client. But apart from that, no. Oh, by the way, I should say, if you share this video, don't tag me in it publicly because they might get a little bit funny. Okay. So yeah, I did. After that, I got really downhearted. So I wasn't, sorry, Danny's going to tell me off about this, but I wasn't really doing any personal development at this point. I know, bad. And I just got really, really down about it. I was like, I can't do it. This business isn't for me. Everybody everybody likes somebody else better than me, and they don't think I can do it because I'm too podgy. Wah. Right, I had proper pity party thing going on, right, for a long time. And I just made excuses. I made excuses like, you know, maybe other people know more wealthy people than me that want to invest in skincare, and I don't know people like that, because people like that I don't really mix with, and blah 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 blah. Right, excuse. So in October I did sporadic little offers and things like that, and messaging people, and then I'd get a couple of people knocking me back, sort of saying a message back going, oh, I haven't, like, about the business and like the opportunity and the products. And I'd get messages back saying, I'm not interested, I haven't got time, hun, I can't meet you for a coffee, blah blah blah, you know, or, oh, I'm really happy with my skincare at the moment, you know, all of that sort of thing. I don't really want to try anything new. And in October my husband turned around to me and he said, what are you doing? Because I don't see anything happening. I'd still be plugging the whole time. I'd still be doing things, little bits and pieces here and there. And I'd still be plugging into trainings or watching them on a Monday after the Sunday if I couldn't come on, things like that. So I was still going on Facebook. I'm a bit of a Facebook addict. But he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I don't really know. I said, I just get so upset with when someone moans. So, and I had a really difficult client. I told Danny about this, actually. I had a difficult client that she ordered loads and loads of stuff off me, and she's lovely. And she then messaged me and she said, oh, hon, I'm not happy with the makeup that I've ordered. Can you take it back for me? I was like, oh, all right then. I'll send it back. So I sent it back, and I went to her house to go and pick it up. I went to pick it up and she went, actually, I really like the makeup, but I don't like the skincare set now. And I went, what? Okay. I went, do you want to try a different one? She was like, no, hun, I can't deal with that. I'm going back to my other one. I was like, fine, okay. That's okay. And then she messaged me about a week later, can you order me some lipsticks? I went, yeah, sure. What colours do you want? Sent her all the colours and stuff by messenger and that. And she went, no, you pick for me. And I said, well, go on the website and do it. And she went, no, website's rubbish, hun. Can't deal with it. It's a rubbish website. And I thought, oh my God, are you joking? That Arbonne website's like the best one. Anyway, that's just, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I've literally had everything. Anyway, so November, well, my son's just walked in, so he might come on a bit. So yeah, in October, he said, what are you doing? I then went, okay, right, come on then, I need to do this. I started doing some regular reading. That's all I did at first, was reading a little bit of reading every day, 10 minutes probably, not much more than that. So I reread a bit of this, Miracle Morning. I love this book. And then Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I mean, there's loads of different books that you can do out there. This is Sam. He's going to go all shy now. So yeah, I started doing a little bit of reading, and then I started implementing bits of Miracle Morning. So I just think if you don't have time, do a tiny, like literally do a minute of each Miracle Morning a day. That's all you need, just to kind of bring your mindset into the tiniest little bit that you need to get you through a day successfully, really, I'd say. Yeah, so as a result of doing that, in November, I managed to hit DMQ again. Woo! And I was over the moon. It was me, a message. I sort of messaged quite a few people who had shown an interest, and a lot of people either ordered or had reordered. So I hit that. In November, I then lost it again. Never mind. But I booked lots and lots of Christmas stalls. So okay. Yeah, 5 minutes in the morning. Yeah, definitely. So I did lots of Christmas stalls in end of November, and the last couple of weeks I've done like 6 or something, quite a bit. And it's just got me meeting loads more new people, a ton of new people. So And I would definitely, I've been to a networking event once before, and there wasn't actually many people there, and most of them were from another network marketing company like Forever and things like that. So they weren't really interested in going in networking with me. I probably need to give them another go, to be fair. But stalls, Sammy, he's trying to do like athletics on me or something. So can you go and Simon, can you go and play? There we go. Damn, the iPhone again. Right. Can you go in your bedroom and play, Sam? I've lost where I am. I've lost where I am now. Yes, the stalls and networking and fairs. Yeah, so I kind of see the first fair I did, I was with, I think it was with Danny. No, it wasn't. It was before that. It was with a lovely lady called Sophie Holloway Reid, who is in a different she's in a different team. She's a sideline, but she was lovely and she helped me out, and I was so nervous. And through that, I've met so many more people. So I've come to, because I've done a few now, I've come to treat it, because I don't get massive amounts of sales from it. I'll get a few, and then I'll get lots of email addresses. And I've found out that the samples sell really well. So I've got little samples, and I sell them for like £1 each. The mascara and primer, and usually the Calm skincare and the hand cream sell massively. They're really good. People just go, yeah, I'll get them. I've also made up these little Christmas packs. I don't know if you can see them. Here we go, Christmas packs. With this one's got hair care, gelée, and a mascara in, but they're all quite different, and they sell quite well. At this time of year, people like them for stocking fillers. So there's a little idea for you. I also put a competition on the stalls to win a free lipstick or party, bottle of Prosecco, and of course, everyone that puts their email address down gets the offer of a free party. So I've got a few of them booked in January, which is really good. I treat, if there's no one there, because stalls are a little bit hit and miss, I find. Sometimes they're busy and sometimes they're not. There's hardly anyone there. I did one today, and I still got quite a few people wanting to buy some bits from it and order. But there was hardly anyone there. It was so dead. It was unbelievable. But I kind of treat them as a networking event now. So I'll go round and I'll talk to all of the other stall holders, and don't be put, anyone else that does a stall, do not ever be put off by somebody else that's with another health and wellness, a direct marketing company or makeup company. Never, 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 because you never know. So on Friday I did another stall, and I met a lady there who does unique makeup, and she said she absolutely loves it. But we were chatting away, and then she said to me, oh, but I just can't use their eyeliner. So in the middle of the stalls, I started going, do you want to try ours? So she tried it, and at the end of the stalls, and then she went off afterwards, and she said, yeah, I'll let you know if it works for me. So you never know, even if someone's with a very similar-ish kind of, you know, not that anyone's similar to Arbonne, because, you know, we are the best. But
also, it's really good to connect with other people from other network marketing companies.
Yeah.
So, like, if Claire worked for another company, I'd go over, I'd be like, how you getting on? Totally love the industry of network marketing. I'm really big on connecting with other people from other companies, because for me, if I can't provide something for my clients, I want to refer them to another consultant in the industry rather than send them to a shop. Can we connect? Because, you know, if I can't fit somebody's needs, I'd love to send them somebody else's way, and I connect like that. So Claire's spot on with that.
Yeah, definitely. And I saw another lady from Unique today, and I didn't know they do lip stains, and obviously we don't do lip stains. And we were just chatting anyway, and I said, look, I'll just take your details, because you never know when that might be really specific that somebody wants. And she said, and then she was chatting to me, and she was really interested in a toothpaste, so we swapped details, and she was lovely. She was really nice. So never be put off by I must admit, when I first walk in and there's someone from a different health and wellness type company, I immediately go, oh no, competition. But then I think, no, come on, you can, this is fine, just go and chat to them. They're a normal person, they're a normal human being with normal feelings, and they're usually pretty nice. I have met one person that wasn't very nice at a stall. But other than that, everyone else has been lovely. So today, I'm going off on a tangent today. So today at the stall that I did, How much time have I got, by the way, Danny? I do tend to talk a lot.
You're the only speaker tonight, so whatever you want. But call it 9 o'clock.
You've got me all night, guys. I hope you're not wanting to go to bed. Okay, so right, yeah, my tangent is I went to the store today. It was really quite quiet. We were all chatting. Everyone was getting on really amazing. It's like a social event for me because I don't go out because I've got kids. It's brilliant, right? I love them now. I have fallen in love with stalls. So anyway, there was one lady on a stall that I didn't really talk to because I went over. She had some knitted stuff or something, I don't know. And I went over to go and talk to her. And she was busy in the middle of talking to her friend. So I thought, I'll come back and talk to her later. I didn't get round to talking to her anyway. It came to packing up. I went off to the toilet. Most people had gone. I went off to the toilet to go before I left. And there was a lady that organised the events. It was for a charity. And she was crying in the toilets. And I was like, what's the matter? And she went, that lady, she's been really mean to me. She's been shouting at me and my husband, saying that it's been awful because we didn't get much trade and what she doesn't. Yeah, and she was right. It was for a charity. You know, all the money from the stalls was going towards the charity. It wasn't going in this lady's pocket at all. And this lady was, we went out. I went, don't worry, it's fine. Went out from the toilets and this lady was standing there shouting at this other lady's husband. It was really embarrassing for the lady that was behaving badly. But that's the only ever time that and then she left and I felt really sorry. Apparently she was blaming the organizer because there wasn't many people there. But she'd advertised it and it was for a charity and she'd only just set up the charity a couple of months ago. It's a really lovely charity. If anyone ever wants to look at it, it's called Miller's Stars and it's for parents of babies that are born sleeping, and they put together like a little precious memories type box for people, which is really, really sweet. So it's a really sweet charity, and this lady really didn't need it at all. You know, she'd set up this charity by the kindness of her heart and had this horrible woman, and I just said to her, don't invite her back for any other events.
You know,
so that's the only other
shouting. Was she from network marketing?
No, she had her own private knitting type of business, making things. So yeah. No, she wasn't from network. Everyone that I've met through network marketing has been lovely, to be fair. Everyone has. Really nice. Anyway, right, and we'll go back on rather than off onto the tangent. We'll go back on. So I get email addresses when I say, if people are semi-interested in anything, I send them, I get their email address and I say, I'll send you an online catalogue, because I've collated like an email newsletter now that I'm sending out every month. I'm starting to send out I sent one out last month and now I've got some more to add to my list, so I'm going to send one out at the end of this month again.
Claire, that's something that I would say. I'm sending them out every month. Well, I've done it once.
I've done it once. I know. No, I have.
I've been doing this amazing thing. It's incredible. Well, actually, I've done it once.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the first time I sent it out was near about a week before the end of the month, and then I'll send it out a week again. So yes, that's what I'm going to be doing, Danny. So when I go to stalls as well, I literally jump on people that come anywhere near. I don't even sit behind it. I stand in front of it so today I was watching people come round like a little hawk. Whee, they're coming around my stall. I'm going to get you. And depending on if they look like they were wearing makeup, I'd have my setting pretty powder like this and my brush, and they'd come round and I go, do you want some glitter for Christmas? And I'd be putting them on their hand. And then I had just sort of like under my pot, tucked in my hand, I'd have a tiny sample of primer and I quickly whip it out and I go, you put the primer on your other hand. And literally, so I got this from watching Jerry Rosenthal do some sort of training where he was doing it about prospecting, but I literally don't even give an option to say no about putting stuff on them. I literally jump on them. And as long as you do it with a smile, they don't really mind. I've only had a couple of people say no, it's all right, thanks, and they walk away. But Jerry Rosenthal also said something which really resonates with me, is you can never say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can never say the right thing to the wrong person. So if they're really not interested, they're going to walk away, and you just go, bye, all right then, fine, whatever. Majority of people will have something on their hand, it's fine. If they look like they're not really interested in makeup at all, or they're not really wearing any, I'll jump on them with hand cream. I'll straddle that person and give them hand cream down their throat. I won't really, I'll put it on their hand. Oh, I don't even drink, guys. I'm like a teetotal. It's the awful, right. It's a good job I didn't go to that Christmas party, because I'm an awful drunk. I'm 10 times worse than this. Okay, back on it. Okay, so for anyone that's sort of struggling and they've fallen off the wagon and they want to get back on it again, my top tips are just like anyone else, really, get into doing more stuff. So I'd set a little bit of time out every day, even if it's just reply to messages, because as a result of all this activity, I've got far more messages, people going, how much for this, how much for that, you know, sporadically, really. I'd say it, I mean, the number one rule is it's a numbers game, really. So sometimes you'll get loads of emails, and sometimes like 3 of them will be written down wrong, or you won't be able to read what the person's written. So I tend to now take the email off the person myself and write it down myself, because I can always read my own writing. I'll always try and get their numbers, their telephone number, as well as the email as well. And I say to them when I write down the email, can I have your telephone number just in case the email doesn't go through? Because then you've got a backup contact as well. I would say that, yeah, it's a numbers game. So you'll send loads and loads of emails out. You might send 20, you might only get 1 reply. So don't worry, and don't be disheartened if that happens. That's fine. I always have, I got this from my husband. So my husband has this thing that he calls the rule of the third, which means basically anything you do is going to take a third longer, it's going to cost a third more, and it's going to take a third more effort than you think it is, and it will be a third sort of less successful. So the rule of the third is a really good one for me, because it means, oh, my son's right, go, and then I'll meet you in there. Okay, go and put the light on. He needs to go to the toilet. Right. I don't know why he can't tell his dad. His dad is downstairs. So, oh yeah, go and ask Daddy. Right, so it's rule of the third.
Did you see what Sammy just asked?
No? What did you ask Sammy?
It was about Sam's toileting issues.
What, did he want a number 1 or 2? Was that it?
No,
I'll tell you if you want.
She didn't say that. Can you see the chat?
What, people at the top? The chat. No, yeah, I tend not to look at it when I'm doing it. So, did anyone have anything specific?
Sammy says.
Oh, was the email?
Yeah.
MailChimp. Yeah, it's MailChimp that I've used. Yeah. I can't. I'm busy, darling. Ask Daddy. Yeah, so I've used MailChimp. I'm still a bit new to MailChimp. I'm not sure how to. I'm still trying to make it look good. What? I'm busy. 5 minutes.
No.
5 minutes. Oh no. Tantroning. I am nearly finished though, by the way. Okay, 2. Go and play on the phone. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. So I am nearly done though. So yeah, there's the rule of the third. One of my other tips is don't do one thing at once. Never ever do that, because you are leaving yourself open to disappointment. So what I mean by this is I've done this before. I've had one prospect and I've literally put everything into that one prospect, and I have not done anything while I'm trying to you know, work with them and get them to become interested, or get them to come on a Zoom or something like that. And I've just done all my focus on that, and it's just me at the moment. I haven't got a team. So, you know, these people that have been a prospect, I've put my all into it. I've spent loads of time doing this, and energy and effort, and literally it's come to nothing. And I've got really disappointed. And that's where I've had dips before, where I've put all my energy into one thing. So that would be with anything. So I put all my energy into one order that one person might be making, and then sort of like 3 days later they go, oh no, I'm not going to get it this month, hun. And I go, oh, okay. So my top tip is, do not concentrate on one thing at one time. When you are so if you've got a prospect, arrange something that prospect by all means, but at the same time you need to be messaging somebody else. And while you're messaging somebody else, you need to be thinking about an order. And while you're thinking about that order, think about, you know, someone you spoke to 3 weeks ago that was interested in mascara. Right, go see daddy. So don't do one thing at once. Well, go to the toilet then, you can go. So yeah, I will. Okay, so always looking to the next contact, anything like that. So me and my husband quite like watching Gordon Ramsay, even though I'm a vegan and he cooks meat and stuff in his restaurants, but never mind. But you can get inspiration from anywhere. So I've got quite a bit of inspiration recently from watching lots of Gordon Ramsay programs, because my husband loves watching them. And he said, and I'll turn this round sort of like to my taste really, but he said, I never cry over spilt milk, I'm always looking for the next cow. In my mind, it's I'm never crying over spilt orange juice, I'm always looking for the next orange. And that means basically always look forward. By all means, put something in place, but don't rely on that one thing. Okay, so that's kind of coming to the end of my training really. So keep doing activity, don't do one thing at once. Use every opportunity you can as a networking opportunity and a reason to chat to people. Stalls are really great for that. Even if you go to a Christmas fair and you haven't got a stall there and you just go as a buyer, I would still go with your business cards at hand, go and chat to people anyway. It's an amazing opportunity where people are there and they're ready and willing to listen. And always remember, you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. You can never say the right thing to the wrong person. Oh, do you want to look at my video that I found?
Yes.
Okay, so it's only a little video really, because when I first started doing, oh hang on, I've got to share my screen, haven't I? So when I first started doing Arbonne, I just found everything quite overwhelming. And even the smallest things, in a minute, Sammy. Even this, oh, it won't let me do it for some reason. Can you see it sharing?
Yeah, we can see it then.
Hang on. Okay, I think I've found a way around it now. Okay, so I found everything pretty overwhelming. I mean, there's lots of different things like Strong Start and little bonuses that you have every month that I find quite overwhelming to concentrate on them. And it's practicing doing everything. I think it's practicing contacting people, practicing getting out of your comfort zone, practicing talking to people, practicing talking about the products and everything. But what I want to show you is once you practice and practice and practice something, you can do the most amazing things and you can have the most amazing achievement that to anybody else looks fantastic. Okay, so practice and activity makes perfect. Okay, see if this shares. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry. You still see it?
Yeah, countdown.
Oh, so I'll stop sharing now. So as you can see, those girls were like amazing. And it's only just occurred to me now that what great teamwork they did. Amazing. And it really goes to show that, you know, sometimes teamwork works. So even if you're on your own, like me, I haven't got a team, you know, even with your sidelines, I feel like we're a team, even with my sidelines, which is really, really nice. And, you know, when you're feeling down, we've got chat. I've got people that I can message and things like that, or anything like that go, no, you're really great. And you know, I know that everyone really sort of clubs together to really sort of cushion everyone and bring them up, which is brilliant in our team, which I think is really good. Oh, very quickly, if you ever go to a stall and someone says they know another consultant, I'm really big on ethics, so always refer them back. So I had one lady today that I did have to refer back because I know that there have been one or two, I think, consultants in our team that feel like they've kind of also been undercut a couple of times by people. I don't think in our direct team, but within sort of the McCarthy Nation kind of thing. And I just think it's really important. I know you're missing out on a sale or something, or a potential team member, but it's really important you send them back. And I'm really big on that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that and everyone got something out of it. Thank you. I'm going to look at the Zoom chat now because I tend not to look at it when I do trading.
Claire, that was absolutely fabulous. Yeah, catch up on the chat. That was brilliant. I absolutely adored your tips, from saying about how you had your slump. You linked a lot of your slump back to not doing your personal development. And I do think that when we all start this business, we all hear, read books, do personal development, but for a lot of us, we actually just think someone's just like wasting their time saying that, and they're not. They're saying it for a reason. And even when we don't realize what the reason is, you still have to keep on saying that to people. And then finally the penny drops. They link the personal development in with where they are in their business, and once you start growing yourself and your personal development, your business starts to grow afterwards. And that's why, Claire, you're starting to then see now quite a lot of things attracted to you, because you're becoming like on a higher frequency. So it's just incredible, and that really is a testament to you making the energy to do the personal growth. So well done you for that. I loved your tips on the stalls as well, because I remember when Claire messaged me, it was just before I went to Bahamas and Disney, so I think it was October, and she said, I'm going to do something that's totally out of my comfort zone. I do not know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to do it anyway, and I'm going to book in a handful of stalls and fates. Can you help me? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, I'm no expert at stalls and fates, but I'm always in for doing something fun and, you know, figuring it out together. I'm totally up for that. And she sent me the dates, and a couple of them were when I was away. So I was like, oh, I'll help you on some of them, but I can't do the ones that I'm away. And I know Jane was going to help, and then had her injury. So then gorgeous Sophie, like Claire said, who's not even in Claire's team, so total sideline, it was no benefit to her. And Sophie and Claire went to do this store, and bless them, it was the coldest day ever. They had products flying off everywhere. It was outdoors, wasn't it, Claire?
Oh, it was freezing. So there was a torrential rain downpour. Everyone packed up about an hour and a half early, and all my products got wet. So
it was in other words, it was a total disaster. But do you know what? When I spoke to Claire afterwards, all she did was laugh about it. She was like, this happened, this happened. She just told the funniest story. And that is something that, Claire, you can really inspire other people, because it doesn't matter what happens, you have a story to tell at the end of the day. Even the worst things that happen, you've got a story to tell. And I think life is about stories. It really is. Like, we're more interested in the hilarious, funny mishaps than the, oh yeah, I got to DM Qual, it was really easy, sold loads of products, yeah, that's it. No, we want to hear the rubbish stories. We want to hear like the trials and the tribulations. And Claire is literally the best person to talk about this topic, about having your dips and keeping on going, because Claire she has literally been that person that has kept on going. She plugs in, she gets involved, she's on the WhatsApp, she's going to the training, she's going to Discover, she's literally doing the do, and now she's going to start to see that all come back in with the business. And lastly, I just want to touch on the culture and the ethics that, Claire, you talked about, because that is what we're all about. And Claire is Arbonne through and through. Like, Claire literally carries Petter Mork's vision with her. I know that if Petter Mork, if he was a ghost and he was stood around Claire doing her business, he would be proud. He would be proud, because Claire literally does Arbonne the way that he wanted Arbonne to be done. And sending people back is a big thing. And if you don't do the right thing, it will come back to bite you on the bum, okay? So if I sponsored the beautiful Claire, if Claire had already been prospected by somebody else and I just sponsored it anyway, can you imagine what she'd be thinking about me right now on this call, thinking, you know, Danny, you tell people to go back, but actually I was spoken to by somebody else and you sponsored me and didn't send me back. Like, it would not be good for you as a person in the long run as well. So always do the right thing. If you don't know what the right thing is to do, ask Claire what she would do. She'll tell you what to do. And if it all goes tits up, you're going to have a hilarious story along the way. So Claire, thank you so much for that. That was fabulous. Did you enjoy doing it?
I did. I felt a bit nervous before and unprepared, but I thought, oh well, I'll wing it. Fine.
Good. Did anyone want to ask Claire anything? Oh, loads of people on the chat have said you've really given them motivation, you've inspired them.
That's really nice.
Julie said you're so funny. You are funny, very funny.
I try.
Going back to the personal development then, what was it from when you weren't reading to now reading? Like, obviously you must have known, like, I need to pick up that book and read it, but what made you actually do it?
I think, it was my husband going, what the hell are you doing with your business, really? And I went, you know, I think like a lot of people, I hate to admit that I'm wrong. And I literally went, yeah, I know what you mean. I haven't really done much. I've kind of sporadically probably done half an hour a couple of times a week, a bit of messaging, or maybe an online party or something. I had a couple of makeup events in the summer as well that literally no one turned up to, so that gave me a little dip in confidence as well. All right, I'll be in a second. All right, honey.
Right, last question, and then go and sort Sam out. James, what were your big light bulb moments?
My big light bulb moments, I think after I'd done my second store, which was actually with you, Danny. Oh, okay. So, which was actually with you, Danny. Because it was quite quiet when we went, and because it was really quiet, I just sort of, Danny was chatting to some people and some stores. She went, I'm going to go and have a look at the stores and see what Christmas stuff they've got. And I went, okay, fine. And then I suddenly thought, I should just go around and chat to them and see if they might be interested in Arbonne. You never know. And that was my big light bulb moment, because I went round and I chatted to them. And actually, it did involve a couple of sales and some friendships as well, which was really good. So I've got some new friends as a result anyway. I mean, I'm never going to say no to new friends. Who doesn't want to be popular? No, they're really nice. They're really nice. So, yeah, and even now, so when I go to a stall, I didn't put this in the proper training. I'll go and so what did I get today? Oh, right. So I've got a business card here. God, I can't get it out.
Claire,
so I've got someone's business card here. If they have got a Facebook page, I will literally go on their Facebook page, like their page. As long as it fits in with my ethics, it's fine. If it doesn't, I'll just...
Claire, not like when me and Claire did this store. Oh, God. And we were stood next to one girl that did candles, which was great. And the woman who was lovely. But
it was really nice.
Oh my God, bearing in mind that Claire is a massive vegan and I'm like vegan on more, I'm not as much as Claire, but on the way.
Danny.
This woman kills animals, like hunting, and like makes like belts and stuff out of them. Like, I was like, how do you do that? And she told us, and we were like, oh my God. She was like, do you want to like my business page? No, thank you, no. But good luck.
I know. I don't even think I said that. I went, yeah, just give me your business card. Yeah, so you'll sit
next to like more awkward people. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So as long as it fits in with my ethics, I'll do it. It's fine. So this is someone's business card, and what I'll do is, if they've got their face, I'll always ask them, because people won't always put their Facebook page on their card, and I'm a big Facebook user. I'll like their Facebook page. I'll then go and try and friend them personally. It sounds a bit stalkerish when I put it like that, but really it's not. They can choose not to if they want to. I'll also message them and say, hey darling, remember meeting me at so-and-so? You've got to do it quite soon after the fair, otherwise they'll completely forget you a couple of weeks later. Do you remember meeting at so-and-so? I was the lady that sold Arbonne, all of that. Hey, I've liked your Facebook page. Maybe you could like mine in return. Here's the link to my Facebook page. Here's the link to my online catalogue in case you're really interested in anything, because, we were chatting about hand cream or something.
Yeah.
So when I go and network with the stalls, I always take round my hand cream or a primer or something as well. I even tried to get some men to do it today, not with the hand cream or the primer, but with the men's range. I had the men's range with me, so I did that. I'm not sure if they'll go for it or not, but there we go. But it's always worth a try. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'm at the moment, through doing that light bulb moment, that ding, I can literally talk to anybody. I've lost that fear, I think, now, which I really did have a fear about talking to people. I'm not even joking. So I've always been with friends, I've always been pretty loud and chatty and like this, like on the Zoom. But strangers, I'll literally go, I'm just going to buy my bread and shut up. I'm not even going to talk to the person at the till. But now I'm like, I just don't care. I really don't care anymore. But it takes practice. You need to get time. Another useful tip really that I'm just about to give you is, when you first start Arbonne, you're not used to going and talking to people cold market, talking to people in a supermarket when you go and buy your bits, talking to people in a coffee shop when you're going to buy your coffee. I literally wouldn't talk to them. I'd tell them, I want soya chai latte, medium please. Eat in, take out, in. That's it. And then I pay. That's it, right? And now I'm chatting to them. Do you work here often? Do you really like it? All of this, hand over a bit of business cards, sometimes swap details, whatever. But that seems really daunting when you first do it. It's very difficult to go from not doing that in your day-to-day life, and you've been literally ignoring people for years, in the nicest possible way, in a nice way, a polite way, to suddenly doing that. So what I started to do is, whenever I went to, out to a public place where I had to pay for something or ask for something, I would literally just say, in my mind, I'd just go, I'm just chatting to them. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to start chatting. And I would literally start chatting to them about anything. So I'd say, oh, what time are you finishing today? And they'll go, oh, I've got work till 8 o'clock. And you go, oh, that's quite a long time. But if you've got tomorrow off, and you just start a little conversation. And so I would start off, if you feel quite pressurized talking to cold market, I'd start off with just tiny little conversations. If it doesn't go anywhere, I wouldn't worry about it. So don't start off. I know the Jerry Rosenthal cold market training is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it is totally fantastic. And he's got no fear at all, obviously. But you have to practice. You have to practice, and you have to work it up in increments. So don't give yourself too much at once. Otherwise, you're going to literally have a heart attack because you're not used to it. But yeah, that's another tip. Going off again. But yeah,
like the skipping rope practice.
Yeah, like the skipping rope. So first of all, you need to learn how to skip before you can start doing anything else.
Thank you so much, Claire, for this fabulous call. We're going to wrap up because we've got the big 9 o'clock one in a second that everybody's going to get onto. But thank you for your time. Thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. See you on the 9 o'clock call.
Sorry, we didn't get to catch up because I was chatting too much. I hope you all had a good week.